Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Microsoft Copilot Studio Masterclass. In the previous episode, we learned what Microsoft Copilot Studio is, why organizations are investing in AI agents, and how Copilot Studio enables us to build intelligent enterprise solutions. If you haven't watched the first episode yet, I highly recommend starting there because it lays the foundation for everything we will build throughout this series. Now, before we jump into the new Copilot Studio experience, there is one very important topic that we need to understand: the classic Copilot Studio experience. You might be wondering, why should I learn the classic experience if Microsoft has already introduced new one? That's a very good question. The answer is simple. Today, many organizations still have agents that were built using the classic experience. You may already be working on existing projects, maintaining production agents, or planning to migrate them to the new experience in the future. Without understanding how the classic experience works, it becomes much harder to understand what's changed, why Microsoft redesigned the platform, and how the new capabilities improve the overall development experience. So, in this episode, we are going to take a complete tour of a classic Copilot Studio experience. My goal isn't to build an agent just yet. Instead, I want you to become familiar with every major component so that when we start building agents in the upcoming episodes, you will already understand where everything fits. With that said, let's switch over to the Microsoft Copilot Studio. Here, we are inside the Copilot Studio interface. At first glance, you might notice several different options in the navigation menu. If you're opening Copilot Studio for the first time, it can feel like a little overwhelming. But don't worry, by the end of this episode, you will understand the purpose of each of these sections. Let's start with the homepage. The homepage acts as your starting point depending on your environment. You may see recently opened agents, recommendations, announcements, or shortcuts to common tasks. Think of it as your dashboard. Next, we have the agent section. This is where all your copilots are created and managed. Every AI assistant you build lives here. From this area, you can create a new agents, open existing ones, duplicate them, or manage their life cycles. Once we open an agent, one of the most important sections you will come across is the topic. Topics are essential conversation flows. In the classic experience, topics were the primary way of designing conversations. Each topic represented a specific scenario or business process. For example, you could have one topic for creating a support ticket, another topic for checking leave balances, another for resetting passwords, or another for creating Azure DevOps work items. Each topic starts with one or more trigger phrases. There are examples phrases that help the AI understand when a particular topic should be activated. For instance, if user says create a bug, log a defect, raise an issue, all of these phrases can trigger the same topic. Once a topic is triggered, the conversation moves through a series of conversation nodes. These nodes define how the conversation flows. Another important concept is variables. Variables are used to temporarily store information during conversation. For example, if the agent asks for the Azure DevOps project name, work item title, priority, or description, these values are stored in variables so they can be used later in the conversation or passed to a Power Automate flow. Variables play a crucial role because they allow the agent to remember information within the current conversation. You will also come across entities. entities helps the agent recognize specific type of information from the user's message. Instead of treating every sentence as a plain text, entities allow the agent to identify structured information such as dates, numbers, email addresses, locations, or even custom business entities. This improves the accuracy of user input and reduces the number of follow up questions the agent needs to ask. Now, let's talk about knowledge. One of the most powerful capabilities of Copilot Studio is its ability to answer questions using external knowledge sources. And instead of manually creating hundreds of questions and answers pairs, you can connect websites, SharePoint sites, documents, FAQs, or other supported sources. The AI automatically searches the knowledge and generates responses based on the available content. This significantly reduces the efforts required to build informational agents. Another key capability is generative answers. Rather than relying solely on predefined conversation paths, generative answers allows the AI to generate responses dynamically using your connected knowledge sources. These creates a much more natural and flexible conversational experience. Moving on, we have plugins and actions. This is where your agent becomes capable of performing real business operations. Instead of any answering questions, your agent can call Power Automate flows, invoke connectors, execute custom APIs, interact with Microsoft services, or perform actions across external systems. This is what transforms a simple chatbot into an intelligent business assistant. One of the most commonly used integration is Power Automate. Whenever you need to perform operations like creating SharePoint list item, sending emails, updating Microsoft Teams, creating Azure DevOps work items, or interacting with external systems, Power Automate acts as the bridge before your AI agents and those business applications. Now that we have completed our tour for the classic Copilot Studio experience, you should have a much better understanding of the platform's core building blocks. Although Microsoft has introduced a modern experience with several new capabilities, many of these core concepts still exist today. They may look different, have a new names, or work slightly differently, but the underlying ideas remain the same. Learning the classic experience gives you the foundation to understand how Copilot Studio has evolved and prepares you to working with both existing and modern AI agents. In our next episode, we will switch to the new Microsoft Copilot Studio experience and explore what's changed. We will compare the classic and modern experiences, understand why Microsoft redesigned the platform, and take a closer look at new capabilities such as memory, skills, tools, generative orchestration, and the modern agent development experience. These enhancements represents a significant step forward in how enterprise AI agents are built, and they will form the foundation of everything we create for the rest of this series. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the ShareTech channel, and let me know in the comments which Copilot Studio feature you would like to learn about next. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode of this Microsoft Copilot Studio Masterclass.